I want to thank everyone. So first, I want to thank everyone who has spent the last couple of days with us. Really appreciate you spending these 2 days doing some more invention ed and based on the time of uncertainty. We know you could have chosen to do something else, and we appreciate you choosing to spend the last 2 days with us. So before we begin, I want to make sure that I give credit where credit is due to Carlos Gonzalez, Kelly Garcia, Ceci Fleming, Nick Coons, Danielle Ladd, Amanda Fabian, Keith DeGroot, and Rudy McCormick. They are part of the group that has put this all together, and without their help, we could not have done this. So I think a big thank you to everyone who did the work today. I really appreciate all the work you guys have done for us. And so let's get going. So the first thing I wanted to do was look at the parking lot, and nobody has posted anything in the parking lot. And that tells me that people have been really interacting in the spaces. I know in the last couple that I have been in, there's been a lot of questions and a lot of discussion. And so that's really a good thing that everyone has been engaged and stayed engaged. So I really appreciate all of that. So next thing, we do want to hear your thoughts. We are trying to do convenings in both the summer and the fall, and we do want to start planning for the fall. And we could do all sorts of stuff, but really the main driver of these convenings are the teachers. And so we need your feedback. We need your what topics do you want to address? And so I just dropped the link for the survey into the chat. If you could take a minute and fill that out sometime today, and we will be providing you a t-shirt if you so desire. And the last question is, do you want one, yes or no? If you say yes, then we'll ask for your contact information to make sure to get it to you in the mail at some point. I don't promise tomorrow, but at some point in the next couple of weeks.
Bill, also just quickly mention that we also are trying to get out the Black, Brown, and Bruised, How Racialized STEM Education Stifles Innovation. That's the book that was from our keynote speaker, Dr. Ebony Amatala McGee. So we're hopeful that everybody will fill out the survey so we can get this out to you, an opportunity to extend the learning from the convening into the summer and the academic year. Thank you.
And then really, in case you don't know, Thursday and Friday are the national competition. This is where we are being graciously hosted by New Mexico. It will be online. And so if you want to see what students are doing, you can see parts of it. I know that in the last session, we talked about how the technical interview is a private space that we're only as the students and the judges. But for the pitches, the opening and closing ceremonies, you can see more. And if you go to the website, thank you, Anita. If you go to the National Engineering Design Competition, you'll see the schedule, and in there are the links for both the opening and closing ceremonies and the pitches. And this is really a celebration of all the great things that the students have done. And so please drop in and see them. It's always great to see what the students have done, especially in the last couple of years, given where we are.
Bill, I'll just mention too, and if I'm mistaken on this, please correct me, Anita or Ling. But if I'm not mistaken, if you go to the website today, you're going to see one thing. And then if I understand correctly, if you go to the website on Thursday, it's going to be updated with this year's national finalists and all of their all of what they're bringing to the NEDC, the National Engineering Design Competition. So it's a great opportunity to get in there and to see kind of projects from the last year that kind of focused on invention education, or so many of the topics that were covered in the second strand of workshops, that many of which were kind of NEDC focused. So it's a great chance to get in there, see some of these archived projects from last year, and on Thursday to get a preview of, or to be able to see all of these great projects that are being presented in the National Engineering Design Competition hosted by New Mexico MESA. Thank you.
And then just the last, Or you're saying something? Nita?
No, I was gonna say, no, that's right. I was gonna wait till you finished, but yeah, no, that is correct. We will host everything on Thursday. And as you mentioned, about the agenda, just make sure that any public that will be viewing only enter through the public Zoom links that are in the schedule. Any gather spaces are only for competitors and state delegation, but any public Zoom link is available to the public.
And then just once again, I want to make sure to say, I did have a giant thing that said thank you on there, but apparently my computer has frozen and I'm unable to do that. So, but really, I spent 5 years as a MESA advisor and I know how much work goes into that. And so I really appreciate everyone and the efforts that you put forth and everything that you've done for your students and your willingness to spend 2 days in this space with us as well too. You know, MESA is all about the students, but it wouldn't run without without the teachers. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for doing what you're doing. And if there's anything that we as MESA can do to support you, please feel free to reach out because you are the backbone of this organization. And I really appreciate all of your efforts and all of your hard work. So thank you very much.
Bill, can you put the survey link in the chat, please? Oh, no, okay, it just got scrolled up. I apologize, it just got scrolled up.
And so with that, I say thank you. Have a great week. Hopefully you can come Thursday and Friday, but have a great summer. And we look forward to seeing everyone next year.